You don't need permission, reassurance, or understanding to go all in. Hello and welcome to episode 97 of the Mindful Startup podcast. How many times have you asked the people around you to understand you, for reassurance, for validation, before moving forward in some way? Whether that was you explicitly asking them or you were asking in some roundabout way. The problem with this is that people cannot give you something that you have not yet given yourself. Relationships can only do so much for us in this respect. We can, of course, go to our friends for a wonderful energy boost. We can ask for their validation and support, and as we should. But you need to be sure that you are also giving yourself all of those things that you crave. If you don't fully believe in yourself yet, and you don't fully believe that you can achieve your goal yet, how are you going to teach yourself that you can trust yourself? How are you going to show yourself the unconditional love and nurturing and care that you need in order to fulfill your goals and your responsibilities while you're here on this planet? Because you can talk to a friend and they can give you validation, they can make you feel really good, and I think that it's the best thing to be around friends and be around people and having a partner giving you encouraging words. But if you have a void that needs to be filled, you can't just throw objects into the void and expect for that void to be full, because that void is coming from you, from within. Only you have what it takes to fill that void, to patch things up, to heal yourself. The more that you ask for other people to fill your cup, instead of taking the time to do that work for yourself and really do that work for yourself, because friends could be a component of it. Therapy could be a component of it. Going out to more social gatherings could be a component of your healing process and your process in going all in. It could be part of your solution. It could be part of your prescription that you give yourself to have a happier, more fulfilled, more successful entrepreneurial life. However, it is just one part. Kind of like, so I was just pretty sick in the hospital with COVID, and they gave me IV fluids, and I felt temporarily a lot better because I was really dehydrated, and I felt so much better after they hydrated me. However, once I left, the responsibility was on me to actually heal myself. I'm the one who needed to go and figure out exactly what was causing my symptoms to be so bad. I'm the one who had to continue to rehydrate. They could make sure that I wasn't going to die. But ultimately, I had to come home and deal with the symptoms myself. And so in that way, you can be fueled by someone temporarily. You can get motivation from attending a seminar, from being around people. But internally, what is going on? What is preventing you from taking the next step? What has been holding you back? What are the negative beliefs that you hold that are maybe not allowing you to fully go all in and go forward? When you crave the reassurance and the validation and the understanding, what are you asking for those things for? What is the reason? Are you asking because you want to feel like you're enough? Are you asking because you don't believe that you're smart enough, that you're capable enough? And really getting to those things on the ground level and working through them. In the same way, when you are asking and putting pressure on someone, for someone else to give you exactly what you need, and that one person being the one solution to what you need and your problems, then you're also draining your energy. Every time that person fails you or doesn't show up in the exact way that you need or want, you're draining your energy. The longer you wait for them to understand you, to love you, to see you, to fully see you, to hear you, the longer you are going to put off your autonomy, your independence, your freedom, and you will not be able to go all in. And this is not just about you wanting something that's unreasonable from someone. More often than not, it is perfectly within reason for you to want and crave validation, understanding, and reassurance from people, especially the attachment figures in your life. But the longer that you wait for them to show up for you in the way that you need and to love you in the way that you need, the more energy that you are spending because you are longing for someone to change who simply won't or can't change, when you could be using that energy and pouring that back into yourself. We don't wait for someone to give us the validation that we need to show us that we're enough. We go forward and we give that energy, we put it into ourselves. We take the action. Okay, you're feeling like no one understands you. You rebuild that trust with yourself instead. You take the time, you set up your actions towards your goals, and you do that. And slowly begin to detach, even in a loving way, if you're still connected to that individual, detaching from them in a healthy way, detaching from their reassurance, from their validation, from the hope of ever getting their understanding, and just knowing that you're doing the best that you can possibly do. You're living a life that's for you. You are building something extraordinary for yourself because you are extraordinary. And you give your energy to the people that matter. You and the friends and people who actually are willing to show up for you, who actually do really care about you and do really love you. The people who make you feel good. Pour your energy back into yourself and into those relationships. Water the plants that you want to grow. And it's so funny, right? Because the moment that you really start to change these players in your life, these key players in your life, and you start pouring in that energy into the plants you want to grow, into yourself, into the relationships, giving your energetic resources to the people and opportunities that will actually fuel you. They're fueling you and you are fueling them. You plant the tree and it grows fruit that you can now eat. You're giving the energy to people and opportunities for yourself that will actually bear fruit, that will actually give back, be able to give back to you. When you're investing so much in that negative person in your life, and you spend the time thinking about them, wishing that they cared, wishing that they'd show up for you in a specific way, wishing that they'd put in more effort, the more time that you spend trying to get them to change, not only does it deplete you, but like you're basically just throwing your water out the window. You're not giving it to anyone. You're not giving it to something that's going to grow. It's not going to grow. It can't grow. It's a dead plant. At least for now, it's a dead plant. And just so you know, this isn't going to feel right at first. It's going to feel totally uncomfortable and weird when you stop putting energy where you have spent it for maybe as long as you can remember. It's going to feel weird. It's going to feel uncomfortable. And at first, your body, your mind is going to want to revert back. But the more and more that you stop putting the energy there, you stop asking that person for reassurance to try harder, if they can put in some more effort into your relationship or whatever it be, that person who's not very nice to you, and you keep putting that fuel in, you're going to notice it becoming easier and easier with time. It's like any habit. when you've been doing something for as long as you can remember, maybe even your whole life or a really long time, it's going to feel weird at first when you change the habit. But once you do get out of that habit and you start putting the energy back where it belongs, you're also going to build that into a new habit for yourself now. And it is going to feel easier, and you are going to build that momentum. It only takes those tiny steps, one tiny step in front of the other, to get the ball rolling, to begin your momentum. And once that momentum starts, that's a really good thing. You're going to just keep going, and that habit is going to get reinforced. In other words, when you stack a bunch of tiny actions, tiny steps in the right direction in your life, your prescription to your personal freedom, to your personal success, whatever that looks like for you. You write a prescription like a doctor's note, and you say, okay, this is what I need. This is what I need to be successful. And you list down all of these things that you need. Taking those tiny actions, even if they're really small at first, but they're in the right direction, those tiny actions are going to stack, and then they are going to snowball. You will be amazed by what you can accomplish when you stop trying to prove yourself to others who are committed to misunderstanding you. And you actually take that energy, you put it back into you, into the areas of your life that you want to grow, into the relationships you want to grow. I believe in you. You can do this. All right. Thanks so much for listening today. If you got something out of this podcast, I'd love it if you could let your friends know. Spread it to someone who you think that this could help. I appreciate you. Until next time.